Thank you, Bobby. Here now with Towson head coach Rob Ambrose, and your 8th season as the head man of Towson, and now one of the longest tenured coaches in the CAA. Talk about your journey as this league has grown, and you've grown the program. You started off and kind of built things, and then an 8-win increase in 2011, a national championship game in 2013. It's been quite a ride so far.
It really has. It's good to be home. It's good to be at a place where you can make a difference. And it's good to be the old guy, I guess.
You're not the old guy, longest tenured.
Well, no,
longest
yeah,
tenured.
It's been a wild ride. I felt like when I took the job, I was somebody's little brother. And now I'm somebody that people talk to. I guess I've done something. But the kids are great, school's great, and it's good to be back.
And you won 5 of your last 6 games last season, nearly made the playoffs. What was your biggest takeaway from last year?
Well, you talk about the playoff system and how that works, and that we've been good enough to get there a couple years, and 2 of those years they didn't let us in. And we're just not historically at the same level as some of the other teams in our conference. We haven't made that commitment administratively over the years, but when we did, we started to make strides. I told the kids it's not good enough to be good enough. It's not good enough to knock on the door. Until things change permanently, we got to kick it down. So we're looking forward to practice.
Yeah, I'm sure, and you should be looking forward to practice. You've got a great team coming back, and you've been very lucky over the last several years to have some great running backs. Terrence West a few seasons ago, and Darius Victor. Over the last 2 seasons, both 1,000-yard rushing seasons. We didn't get to see a senior year from Terrence West. He was good enough to go to the NFL. Maybe Darius was as well, but the coaches are going to have to deal with him for another season. How great can he be as a senior?
It's fun to watch his progression from natural ability to learning scheme and taking that physical gifts and applying it mentally, and now having the confidence of years of going against these guys in this league, along with an offensive line that now has got 8 to 9 guys that have started and probably 15 guys that have played during Darius's career. So he knows all their strengths, all their weaknesses. This should be his year.
You mentioned the offensive line. How important is that to a team to have guys that have played, that have experience, that know each other as far as running an offense?
Critical. There's not a team in America that's a good football team that does not have a good offensive line. It just doesn't happen. And the better your line play is on each side of the ball, the better you're going to be. We're lucky enough right now to have a whole lot of experience. A whole lot of older guys that are stronger. They're not 18, they're 20. There's a big difference between all of us, between 18 and 20. So 20 and 21, they're starting to feel themselves a little bit confidence-wise, and it should bode well for the future.
Do you feel like offensive line is where the biggest difference can be made from one year to the next as far as growth, and to have guys with experience? That's why it's so important to have older guys on the line?
I'd say the 2 probably most critical. If you're going to have any success at all, you got to have a great offensive line, you got to have a quarterback. You really do, and we've been pretty fortunate.
We're going to hear from Malik Jackson in just a moment. He's part of a linebacking core that returns strong. How important is the defense? And I'm sure you're excited to see them progress this season.
I am. It's been what you said, progress. In my career here, we've kind of grown the defense. We've had some great players, or great group of players, but I never felt like we played well as 11. But now we're really moving in that direction, and the linebacker core is what solidifies that.
All right, Malik Jackson, Darius Victor, they're both with Bobby Broyles. Coach, best of luck
in
the 2016 season. We'll send it over.